you guys walk out of the saloon.
Clove meets up with him.
Alright. So you guys meet up where Eden told you to, right outside that drop. And Eden, as soon as he sees him, eagerly runs over. Says, Wizard, sir, thank you so much. I don't know what I'd do. I need to get my sister back, please. And he sort of, like, non-consensually grabs his hand and shakes it. And the wizard looks really fucking nervous. So,
I swear if this guy's a fucking sham.
says, oh, yes, of course.
Sham, wow.
Sham, the magnificent wow. So, he says, what kind of wizard could I be if I couldn't cast a simple level 3 spell?
Yeah, what kind of wizard would you be, Wiz?
And you five walk towards the edge of the chasm, which isn't too far from the saloon itself.
Okay, now fly, push.
He takes the tree branch wand you have gifted him, and he says, any volunteers? Who's going first? Does anyone trust him enough to go
Who has
first?
the most health?
I have 49.
You guys are so prepared.
I have the most health.
Are you guys, like, hesitating or arguing?
Clove.
I'm gonna say right now, are you guys hesitating or arguing amongst yourself right now about who's gonna go down? Or does one of you immediately step up?
Jumps off the cliff.
Honestly,
now.
okay, I'm gonna say the second you guys are hesitating, Eden is gonna step forward.
Nope. I push Eden back and I push Clove forward.
Clove steps forward.
You like Eden more than you like Clove.
Okay, yeah, actually that's a bit of an
Clove
ouch.
betrayed me. Also, I don't know how much health Eden has.
What do you mean betrayed you? Are you talking about
He
when I
didn't lose
turned
any
into,
health
like,
in that
half
last
health?
fight.
Yeah.
Dude,
I have his character
that wasn't
sheet,
even my
but
choice.
I'm not gonna show
I
you.
know. Actually, it was. You could have gone so many different ways, but nope.
No.
To be right back.
He has more health than some of you. That's all I'm gonna say.
Some of us, yeah.
I think maybe
Most
all of you.
definitely.
I'm not quite sure
How
what
much
you other.
health does he have?
I'm not gonna say, but I know he has more than Baydark at
I have
least.
64.
Okay, he does not have more health than all of you. So you push Clove forward. Is Clove gonna do it?
Yeah.
All right.
She's probably the most
I
trusting.
feel
out
like
of them.
as they do this, Kamara's like, about to have a heart attack.
Oh God. So
She, like grabs onto her hair, like Clove swinging by her hair.
so so the Magnificent Wiz kind of gets ready and he does like stretches. He has like hand stretches. He does like actual full body stretches too. Like he's getting prepped and fucking ready.
This, like
Yes, like that exactly. He's like doing anything to stall for time.
squat.
Yes, he is doing squats too. And eventually he kind of like flicks his wrist and he points his wand at Blank, or in this case, Clove. And he takes a deep breath and goes, and abracadabra, feather falling, go! And nothing happens.
Oh, no.
I get right in his face.
he backs up, he's like, wait,
Pauses
sorry.
For a moment, it's like, do I jump?
Sorry,
Is it working?
He says, wait, it's just a new wand, I'm just breaking it. He says, alakazam! And a few sparks fly out at the end, but like as he tries, but nothing really happens.
I really just want someone to just grab it and then like boom, it immediately works.
Well, he yells alakazam and a few sparks fall out. She's like, oh, see, no, you can go jump off now.
Also, like, a little bit hesitant, like, you're sure, right?
Yep.
Alright,
And as soon as Clove says that, Eden kind of like grabs her and pulls her back. No.
Kamara, I feel like Kamara and Indian, they do like the same exact thing, like synchronized, like one on each shoulder, like whoop.
Bards are a very magical class, so he knows that is not what feather falling looks like. And he says, look,
he almost just risked a life for his ego.
he says, look, I'm sorry, okay? I'm not actually a wizard.
I knew you were a fake.
Don't tell anyone, please. I want to be, but no matter how hard I try, I just can't get the magic to come out, so I just fake it. I'm a scam artist. I'm a failure. I know. And
Good.
he's like,
Let it out.
he like dramatically,
Tell the
he's
world
like,
you're right.
he's kind of playing the victim card here because he's just like dramatically whining about it, not realizing how bad he actually fucked up. And that is until the hem of his cloak is grabbed and he is shoved up against the saloon wall. And Eden is literally shaking with anger. And he's clenching his, like, he has fangs because he's an elf and a sea creature. He is clenching his cheeks. He says, you sent us out there to die because I thought you were going to help save my little sister. And he snaps, and this con man looks like he's about to, like, wet himself. He says, look, kid, I didn't know about your sister. And Eden takes out a small, jagged dagger. And he looks dead pissed.
Eden.
Are you gonna tell him to do
I
it?
hate him, but like, what if we just make him go first? Just to see how deep it is. I mean, there's water at the bottom, right?
I'm just imagining this like as like if you push up, you piece of shit.
I mean, like, there's water at the bottom, right? Somewhere.
Listen, maybe at this point we should close the door because your poor mom.
You piece of shit. You asshole.
Oh, that's amazing.
I'm like, oh my gosh, you're actually saving him. Oh.
That was the funny scene. Eden says, you know what? I don't think that's bad of an idea.
Can I just say, like, I don't morally agree with this decision, but I love Eden so much, and oh my god.
Listen, guys, he is dead fucking serious.
Like, even if he turns out to be evil, come on, he's a great friend.
He does actually pull him off of the wall, and he is gonna drag it. And you know, the Magnificent Wits at this point, wait, no, I didn't. Is anyone actually gonna stop it?
Fish.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
the only moral person.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting Vadar to do anything. All right.
Going to stop him to like, hey, no,
I feel
maybe
like-
he knows wizards.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Chloe was just like human, like wait.
Eden, he sees you guys kind of stop him, and he actually looks like his ears, because he has those big flopums, his ears kind of flatten a little bit after he kind of realizes that he is talking about killing a man right now. And he
Vadar's ears drop completely.
and as soon as his grip loosens a little bit, the Magnificent Wiz absolutely books it. He grabs his stuff, he grabs his
I grab his cloak.
he grabs
Like,
his cloak.
I tackle him with my height.
What would that be? I think that's gonna be a strength check.
Wait, no, you like dead drop on him.
Make a strength check. And I'll combat it with another strength check.
Can I trip him with my hair if he gets up?
Rapunzel his ass.
I mean, Vader does have a really long braid, so just.
Oh, wait, like, Clove.
I feel like I should
all three
roll
of us
just
have
for.
Oh,
really
shit.
long
Okay,
What did he get?
what did you get?
What did he get?
He got a nat 20.
I feel like I got 13. He's
Alright. Well, you try to tackle him and you end up like falling onto the ground as he zooms out of there. Like, he pulls his cloak away so that way you just trip. And he is running. He grabs his shit and he is out. Just like that.
Clove screams like, please, you won't die.
No, he is not stopping. And after he kind of does, Eden just collapses. He falls to his knees onto the ground. And
Wait.
he hunches
I don't
over.
know if could I roll for intimidation again?
He is out. I'm sorry. He is out of there. He got a nat 20. So he kind of, Eden falls to his knees and he hunches over as his little cowboy hat kind of like falls behind him because it's on a string. And he rakes his hands through his hair. He starts muttering to himself. He says, it's all my fault. It's all my fault. We'll never be able to see her again. and he's shaking, but it's probably not from anger anymore.
Clove, like, sits next to him and, like, huddles really close. He's like, what do you mean?
He says, "You don't understand. It's all my fault. I'm not a good person. I'm not a good person. Belle isn't even my real sister. We just both grew up without anyone else, and we're the closest things a family either of us have. I should have."
Like, hushes him and, like, puts an arm around him and softly starts singing the song they were singing when they go into.
He actually does kind of push you away, because he's kind of, like, scared. He's not mad at you. He's scared of himself. And he says, "I should have kept a closer eye on her. I
just remembered a quote that's
What?
really meaningful.
What?
It's a quote. It's like, not all monsters do monstrous things.
Yeah. You can... Well, you're about to realize a few things. So, he says, I tried everything to get her back. I found people like you that promised they would help me. So I did their damn favors, and I stole a fucking horse for them.
Oh.
I had to take the sheriff's badge just to get the gods to trust me enough to let me in. And then as soon as I gave it to them, they went and as soon as I told them where she was and where she left, I don't know, but they left me, and I think they're after her. He says there isn't much time left, because I swear those creeps are after her, and it's for some fucking reason, I don't know why, but they just led me on until I told them where she was. And I don't know what to do anymore.
Wait, is there any other lizards here?
I don't know.
But what's not like? Oh,
I'm kind of tempted to jump in. But
I want you to know, if you feel my heart right now, my heart is actually racing. Like, I'm actually shaking. Like, for some reason, I got way too into that. God, my heart is actually racing.
Wait, so what can we do?
Actually, as you guys are sort of having this emotional moment, as he just sort of, like, bends over and basically sobs and spilling out his secrets to the three of you in just pure desperation, you hear something coming from the chasm. And it's something that sounds like rushing water.
It's back.
And as you look over, there seems to be some sort of shape being made out of the water that's coming out of the chasm. It's made entirely out of the water with a vague humanoid shape.
The flood.
It's her! It's her!
It looks more like it just resembles a basic human, and its mouth isn't moving. In fact, it doesn't even have a mouth. But you can hear, like, music, like musical whines emitting from it. And none of you really understand quite what it means, unless you speak Primordial.
And Kamara was just like, I don't know what the fuck.
And it speaks... Well, this bunch of water sort of speaks to you, and it says, "The overwhelming desperation of a family not linked by blood but by water has struck me, and I sense good in yon adventurers' hearts. The god of water, Eldritch, sees you worthy of a favor." And Eden looks up in shock, and he speaks, "Do you know where my sister is then?" And it responds back, actually, in that case, I did check to see if you guys knew, because there is a water language. I checked to see if you guys knew it. And this works out really well for me, because if you guys don't know it, you guys aren't going to understand what it says. And you just hear it say, "Shrarith tish tisan sakan de hathanota sishai di sikis tal shet." And basically responds, "I kiss it neat is fisha nodene tish kancha." And I swear I'm not speaking some language really horribly. There's a translator online. And Vaderk, you don't really know this language, but it is similar, and I suppose Clove too, it is similar enough to Primordial that you can make out, like, bits and pieces of it. And the conversation seems to go like, Eden seemed to, like, ask some question about his sister, and the elemental responded, and you can almost make out the full sentence of this one. It says, "You are the bard of blood who seeks divine help." Thanks, Alexis. That's another fuck you for figuring out stuff early.
Didn't Alexis proof it?
And he answers in a sentence that is completely foreign to you. But nevertheless, the steam like dissipates and it starts to like travel down the walls of this pit. And Eden runs to the edge to look and see, but you can only see darkness. And for several long seconds, that is, until a stream of water once again begins to travel up the edge. And in a split second, a spout of water pushes a clear-looking pufferfish out of the chasm and onto the rocky ground. And it flops around for air, because it cannot breathe. What are you gonna do? It just kind of like sprouted out.
What?
You have a bottle specifically for it.
You did buy a bottle.
That is right, but it's not filled with
Water.
We spit in it. We cry in it. We fill. Wait, are these?
We have canteens, you idiots.
I mainly have holy water.
I have canteen. I have a canteen.
The fish is dying.
I put the water in the canteen into the jar. It's kind of.
The fish is still dying.
Well, too late.
Fish in the water bowl.
Alright, you put the fish in the water bowl and you saved the fishy. It has on my notes, save the fishy, preferably.
What happens if we don't?
I don't know. It fucking dies and you have to figure out a way to get a new one. So you get this fish contained in a safe area, and Eden doesn't wait really much longer, and he doesn't bother to get the cheetahs again because it's not that far. He says, "Oh, come on." And he kind of goes to like rush before he kind of takes a second to look back at you three again. And well, to say the least, you aren't looking very good from the battle before.
I can't feel my face.
And
Actually, I'm full health.
He sort of takes a breath and tries to calm down a bit, looking at the jar and then back at you again and then at the sky, and it's like pitch dark at this point. The sun has set. He says, maybe it's better if we rest up first. It's better to get there later than die before we do, right?
Is he gonna leave without us?
He kind of chuckles solemnly and he says, "You three need rest. I need meditation. We'll do this early in the morning."
To make sure he doesn't leave?
You can. But you don't really need a high one. Because he says, we'll need this early morning as soon as the sun begins to rise, alright?
Okay.